This is equal to roids?
Is this thing on? Meal 1, a banana, a protein bar, about 290 calories, 21 grams of protein, 23 grams of protein.
All right, so this right here, what is this? This right here is a YooHoo chocolate drink. Only like the greatest thing since sliced bread. This is equal to roids. You may be thinking, you're stupid, it's just gonna make you fat. Well, that's only partially true, but you're also gonna get jacked. So I was listening to a podcast by Joe Rogan, right? And he had this CrossFit dude on it. CrossFit, but you might have heard of him. His name is Matt Frazier. He's kind of like the GOAT of CrossFit. Well, anyway, he was talking about how he used to drink a gallon's worth of Gatorade and 8 ounces of water, and it'd be like a sludge, just to like get in sugar after his workouts. And I'm like, that's gotta be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. So I did research on it, and I'm like, why? What is the reasoning for this? Well, it turns out what that influx of sugar does right after you work out. If you've ever heard of the anabolic window, some say it's fake, some say it's real. Well, there's research that shows that if you consume protein directly after a workout, and like the beta alanines and all that stuff, if you consume all of that stuff in the anabolic window after a workout, there has been scientific researches that have shown that it does increase the amount of mass and like muscle you put on. So what this influx of sugar does is it raises the blood sugar. And when there's a blood sugar increase, I think it's pancreas creates insulin. And what insulin does is it sparks growth. Let alone this is a general growth, so it increases fat growth as well as muscle growth. But more importantly, the muscle growth. So what this sugar is doing is directly after a workout in the anabolic window, you have all that sugar and it's taking the protein, the beta alanines, and all those branched chain amino acids, everything, all of that, and it's directing that towards an even further increase in growth than you would have if you didn't have that spark of insulin growth. Let alone, unless you're like burning a ton of calories, this is a spike in calories as well. Calories in, calories out, you're just gonna get fatter. But because of if you're on like a proper diet and you're doing proper workouts where you're doing, it's like CrossFit, like high intensity stuff, where you're gonna burn those calories and you need like that something for your muscles to eat afterwards because they're shot. You tired them out. You're doing high intensity workouts, like HIIT workouts and stuff. You have that sugar. It's gonna spark growth, and that growth is gonna be more muscle than it'll be fat. Therefore, making YooHoos or just basically anything with sugar, just a high influx of sugar, would be basically a natural version of roids. Obviously, it's not gonna be as strong, but it's gonna be like a noticeable difference, supposedly. Because like I don't think it'll probably work if you're not doing high intensity workouts, but you'll see the best benefits from a high intensity workout. And that is how a YooHoo is equal to steroids.
Don't forget to stretch. Push till you go crazy. I didn't record like any of my meals today, so they're all gonna be in the description below. Calories for the day on the screen now. Stay tuned tomorrow when I do the Hobbs and Shaw morning routine.